Okay, so you need to watch all of them, not just some. You don't do some. You watch all of them. If there's free content, you're not even on the paid content. You don't say you watch some and then just start. Go and watch everything after this, except the streams. Maybe that one's optional. So you put the email of the person here. Then for outreach, for the title, you should always thinking of attention. Attention. Grab the reader by the neck. Then hey, name, also attention. The reason why there's attention for these two places, attention here and attention here, I'll teach you why, is this is what the person is going to first read when you see that when your email drops to them. So you can see here, Abullah here, if you're stuck, read this. I'll show you for free. This is the first thing that they're going to see in the emails. These two things: the top line and the title. So the way sales work is that you go from attention to interest, from interest to value, from value to sale. So right now, whenever you have a title whenever you want to make a title, actually put thought into the title. Do something, for example, an example can be confirmed deal, perfect fit, what's your price? Like just straight, don't do any funny sounding, hey Jerry, nice to meet you. No, like, or for example, if you have a confirmed deal, a Jerry, with a perfect fit, so let's make something work. Or for example, with a perfect fit, make something work, or okay, I'll send you some examples afterwards. Some examples I have, for instance, is hey, I have money with your name on it. Do you want it? Yes or no? Or for example, like something that think of it well, that something would grab the person by the neck. Whoever read it, it would grab them by the neck, but also in context. So you don't say in the title, I like the dolphin. I like the dolphin. That well, like something that's completely random. Like make it have context with what the email that's in the email. So for example, hey, confirmed deal, money with your name on it. What do you charge? How much do you want? Like just something quick. Can we be quick? I don't have time. Like something that think of it that when the person reads it, they'll actually be interested. Like, oh, okay, this is something that I'll pay attention to. Then your email should be short, straight, point, precise. Send an example again. So this is an example. Hey, name. You can see here the title is true. You can see, okay, so I'm emphasizing the title. That's something that also grab attention. So now you put here your name. So for example, I'm Paul, Paul. I saw if you were working the biking niche, biking channel, and I liked, say something you saw. Maybe you did a giveaway. The give away. So he knows, okay, you actually saw his channel. Then that's two. Now here is where you go to interest. Now this stuff here is your interest. Why? Because you're coming on behalf of Hover Air. I was coming on behalf of Hover Air, so that means it's a brand. That is, he's interested. Why? Because there's money for him. That's his interest. I'm coming out for Hover Air, who's looking to partner with you as they're the best fit for bikers like you. Bikers like you. You see how the email is revolving around him, not around you. You should say, hey, my name is, sorry, what's your name? Let me check your name, sorry. My name is Jayan. I've worked with so-and-so influencers. I always bring the best deals. Well, no. Don't give them some long essay. It should be short. It should be clear. It should be point. It should be about him. If you want to mention in there proof that you've worked with so-and-so, sure, but be short. Don't start saying I do this, I do that. He doesn't care what you do. There are many people who do things like you, and he doesn't know who Sayan is. He doesn't know you. He knows himself. So just think that way. So here we have a good template, isn't that? I'm coming about for Hava here, who's willing to partner with you. And if you don't have a brand that's looking to if you don't have a brand yet, I'll send you inshallah a resource that'll help you still be able to reach out nice even if you don't have a brand deal on hand. So make sure you cover your mouth and you're on it, sunnah. Or try and resist it, and then if you can't resist it, you cover your mouth. Astaghfirullah, what the hell. Okay, could you confirm your prices for the following deliverables? That is if you see that he does sponsors. No, yeah, and you should also say, you should say here, highlight when you reach out, highlight a problem too. I didn't see a brand deal in your last post. Are you still open to those? Always highlight a problem in the emails, so you position yourself as fixing that problem. Then, could you confirm? And if you see that they're not doing that many brand deals, you could say, would you be open to discussing your pricing for the following deliverables, so we can find something that makes sense for you? But you can just do this short one if it's a person you can see is doing a lot of brand deals, but in some videos he's not getting this. So I'll phrase it to where it'll be universal. You can use the for any influencer. Would you be opposed to discussing your pricing for the following deliverables, so we can know what fits you? That's an example. I think there's a spelling mistake here. As to know what fits you there. Sorry, to know what fits you. Sure, whatever. Or if you see I asked that you write this down. There are 3 types of influencers whenever you're reaching out. There is one. Let me just put this here. There are influencers who do lots of deals. If you scroll through the last 10 videos, you see that almost every one of them has a partnership, or every one of them has a partnership. These ones most likely have an agency. So in this one, you just want to focus your email to be as short as possible. Is you have it, you want to make the money. You don't even need to talk about giveaway. You don't even need to talk about are you open to partnerships. You just say, I'm Paul, I'm coming about for affairs, looking to partner with you. They're a great fit. Can you tell me the price for the following? Boom. That's how quick you can be. But then there's influencer that does some deals. This one depends. Let's say he does deals in maybe like 20% of his videos, 10% of his videos. Like you can see, like they're here and there sometimes. Position yourself as being a less only about money. So then that's when you can highlight he did a giveaway. You can highlight are you open to partnerships. You can highlight they're the perfect fit for you. You can highlight you can use like this like gentle language like would you be open? Would you be opposed? And don't say would you be open to. Use the language of negative of like opposition. So use like would you be opposed to, because it's a tactic in business to get somebody to agree with you. So let's say you want somebody to break a deal with you at £20. Instead of saying, hey, can we break the deal at £20? Say, would you be opposed to breaking the deal at £20? That's better language to use, because then they'll say, I wouldn't be opposed to it. That doesn't sound so bad. That's just an example. So keep that in mind with your language. And then for this one, if you see that the person does deals that some of them are not particularly in his niche, like it may not particularly let's say it was a biking influencer, but he partnered with Squarespace, or he partnered with NordVPN. I don't advise you partner with them, by the way, because they have insurance, and I need to check it before you partner with them for NordVPN particularly. Okay, so you say cool, then he's open to any brand really. He doesn't really care. But if you see that it is a brand he only partners with brands that fit him particularly, then you have to make sure that you position yourself as being particularly for him. You get. And if you so that's when you use like a lighter language, You use the more "I'm coming to fix a problem you have." You don't really use like it's not so straight that it seems like okay he just wants money. If you do that for an agency, it's gonna work better because then they know okay he wants money, we want money, we have our objectives aligned. If you see one that does, sorry, hold on, barely, how do I say barely? Almost none, none slash almost none. This is the one where you might even have to remove this one. You have to be like toned down. Then this one you can say. Then you like for this one, you might don't like. I wouldn't even advise that you involve money in the title. If you see that he's one that does none or almost none, then you could say just hey, you could just say Ahmed, with a perfect fit. We think you, can you prove me wrong? No. But for the other one, I was saying confirmed deal. I was saying let's work a brand deal. Like that one, I was mentioning like things that had to relate to money in the title for these top one. But the one that does almost none or none, and you see he's getting views, especially when you see he's getting maybe more than 20k views, 50k views. That's the one where you don't position yourself as just about money, because they're already getting deals, they're already getting emails like yours that are about money, and they're already rejecting them if they're getting more than 50k views on the norm. But let's say they're getting let's say they're getting around 10k views, 20k views, then yeah, even if they don't do any deals in their videos, then yeah, you can position yourself as about money, because then they're just small, so maybe they're not getting the emails like that. But if you see someone's getting like 50k views and he's not doing any brand deals in those videos, something's up. Like he's not about money. So money isn't his. So don't position yourself like that. For him, you can treat. That's the way you treat him as like, okay, hey, I'm an actual human. I'm not just about money. This is one you can say, hey, you still do the attention. You still find a way to position yourself. So you can just say, hey, you're about biking. We're about biking. Let's make things work. Or we need to make things work. Or hey, I'm from Hover Hair. If your other has a brand new, hey, I'm from Hover Hair. We really like you, and we know you're gonna really like us. So like something like, but like you don't really position it around money. Like you try and be wise. Like some are gonna be different. You're gonna find like a little bit of common sense. Then you can say, hey, I'm Paul. I saw a bank transfer giveaway, and then you could say, for this one, you can even position it as, I can clearly tell that you don't really do brand deals, maybe because they don't fit you. Is that correct? Like, show him that you understand him. No, show him that he's understood. Not particularly that you understand. That's not that you understand him, but he is understood. If that makes sense to you, make sure the influencer feels like he is understood. Not that particularly like you understand. Like you could say, hey, your biking channel. This is about biking brand. It fits because of bikers like us for this reason, that reason, so and you have this. No, show him that it's about him in the email. Hey, I can clearly tell you don't do brand deals. Is that because they don't fit? Or, hey, I can clearly tell you don't do brand deals, so most likely you don't. Maybe because they don't. Not all brands fit your content. Is that true? I'm coming. Say I was gonna come back with Other Hair, as they are looking to partner with you right now. Or you could say, I work with brands. I'll send you the document, inshallah. I'll teach you how to talk without a brand. But here, could you say, I work directly with Other, and I think you would be a great fit. But would you mind if we just get into a quick conversation to see what particularly holds you back from deals, or how best you like working with brands, if you do at all, like something like that, like more human. You don't put inside there the these things. You don't put inside the following deliverables, where the hold on. You don't put this inside here. Well, you don't put this. You change this to like, would you be opposed to discussing something that's different to what you normally get, so it can fit you and your content, or so we can know what you actually like, rather than being like everybody else that is. But whatever. But you don't put this here. If you know that the person getting like 50k views, 70k views, and they're not doing, you don't see them full of deals, something is up. It's not normal. Because even if the brands are reaching out to them like that, an agency would definitely reach out to them, because those guys are for like $2,000 to $4,000. So an agency will definitely try and close them to be with them. So just keep that in mind. And then you say, best regards, put your name. That's it. You don't have to have a fancy signature. So that's it for reaching out to influencers via email. And then what you do is you come back here. What the hell? Now you come back here. And the main thing you want to do is send a good email if you're able to find it. If you're not able to find it, then try and send like an abridged version of your email to their instas. If not instas, like basically, but everywhere else you're just gonna hit them a quick hey, especially Instagram, because like the way people respond is like it's first email, then Instagram, then Facebook, then barely anywhere else, then maybe TikTok. So like just hit them everywhere else like hey, I just dropped a deal, did you see it? Now I actually mean like you hit everywhere else that they post, you give them a short reminder, not a full email. You don't send a full email again. No, just a short reminder. Hey, I sent you an email, or hey, I sent you a DM on Insta, or hey, I sent you a DM on TikTok about so and so. Did you see it, or did you have a chance to take a look? And on each platform they have, you send a different reminder. So let's say on Insta you say, did you have time to take a look at the email I just sent you, or do you have the business inquiry I just sent you? Then on his Facebook you say, hey, I just sent an email, I'm just sending a reminder so you don't miss it. Then on his Twitter you say, hey, since I don't know which contact you use the most, I'm just sending you a reminder to the email I just sent on all of your platforms. Hope you get it. And then for email, when you send the email, so let's say I sent it to MX Links. So boom, let's say I send to MX Links. What I do is I send it. When I send it, I click view message, or I just go to the sent because it'll take me. That one's just easier. Then I click reply. Then I get my follow-ups ready. So what follow-ups are, because most times people aren't gonna respond to your first email. It's about the money is in the follow-ups. Okay, so you don't just reach out to somebody once and then say okay, nope, okay, since they didn't reply to the first, no, you follow up after 2 to 3 days, 3 to 4 times. You don't follow up after 4 times though, because then if they don't respond, then come back after a month and then reach out again. Basically almost the same way. Obviously, you don't use the same template. So let's say, hey, name. Let's say his name was named. That's a really bad name, but then you click this button here, schedule email. So it's this little button next to send. It's also in your phone, but I think it's different. I don't know. But the catch is you have to first send an email before you. So you see how I put here. Either now I'm going to send him a follow-up on Saturday or Sunday. And if you see that he's already working with an agency, I'll show you how to tell. You send him a follow-up on the weekdays, but since here I can see the person I just sent him, he had a Gmail at the end of his name. I just scheduled it to the weekends because then I know that his agency isn't gonna. It doesn't matter. You can, but yeah. So now you see these 2 days. I put in between them 2 days. I can put in between two or 3 days. 2 or 3 days. I'm gonna do this. Now this is the first follow-up. Now I've scheduled it to be. And if you're working with people in the USA, type in your time zone and look for their night time, look for their evening time, because for the people in USA, once they get off of work, then they come back into their houses, they're going to be checking around evening time. But if you're working with a brand, you're going to put it around their daytime for the brand, not the evening time for the brand. So keep that in mind for influencers. You generally want to be hitting them around their evening and night time, because that's when they're off of their own work, and then they're going to be responding to brand deals and things like that. But for brands, you're going to be working. So I don't know what country you're in, ASEAN. So, but wherever it is, look up what is 7 p.m. What is 8 p.m. for people in USA for me. So maybe yours will be 5 p.m. So cool. Whenever you come to this thing, so now this is the second follow-up. I decided to do 2 follow-ups. I could do 3 because you should be sending 3 to 4 emails per influencer. But I'm just doing, I just do 3 because that's what I was doing, so I'm just going to stick to it. No particular reason. Say, hey, So let's say his name is still name. What was that sound? So now I'll come here. So since my last follow-up, I'll click select time. My last follow-up was to 18. I'll count 2 days again, or maybe I'll count 3 this time, 22. Then let's say my 5 p.m. is there, you know, they're 9 p.m. Cool. And I reach out to an influencer, not a brand. I'll put it to 5 p.m. So that's my 5 p.m. You know, 5:30, maybe 5. Maybe 5 is enough. Boom. Now I can leave email and I'm never gonna come back to email unless it's like after a month. If this guy doesn't respond even after the third email, if it's after the third or the fourth one, I just leave him for a month. I don't reach out to him the next time the same way. So now that's for email, and then this is where the lines come in. So let's say in this, so now you put here, let's say it was 15th of April, whatever. So now after 3 days, after maybe 2 days, the same times you scheduled your email. Let's say all these ones you reached out to them for 15. Now on the 18th you go back. Now when you see on the 18th you clock back. Okay, I reached out to people 2 days ago. So now let me go to all these ones. Now reach out to their Instas. I'll reach out to their Facebooks and all of them again after the first time. Why? Because you're not able to schedule reach outs except on email. So that's why you keep all their Facebooks here and emails here. So then you just keep doing that, keep reaching out, and I'll show you inshallah how to reach out. So use keywords on YouTube. On YouTube, you use keywords to find people. Whenever you're in YouTube, use keywords. So let's say you were doing biking, you say bike. Let's say you were doing cars, you say cars, engine, moto, whatever. Just type it to ChatGPT keyword. What type. I'm trying to find influencers in this niche because I work with brands like this, or I'm working with this brand. I want to find good influencers for them. Give me some good keywords to find, and it also depends on what the brand wants. If the brand wants a long form video, you're gonna want to stick to YouTube. If the brand wants short integrations, you can do YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. But if they want long form, then YouTube is basically the only option that exists. And I think I already taught you this, but you put your settings. Sorry, let me quickly dickly. So hold on. I have an idea. Whenever you go to whenever you're looking up influencers, you put your settings. Sorry, oh yeah, and this is Tahir. The thing that I see is Tahir. I already showed you it's Tahir. Helps you block images, and so in case you don't want to look at anything haram. So the softwares you should have is Tahir. You should have Tahir and vidIQ. It'll speed up the process. I'll show you how later, inshallah. Well, I think I already showed you. So anybody I send this to in the future, I'll show them. You put your language to whichever one you want to find. So let's say they told you to find German. Okay, I don't trust it. Let's say they told you to find German influencers. You put your language to German. Then at the top of your bar, when you put it to a language that's different from the language that you're actually speaking, you get a notification here to change or not. Then you can change it here. So now what you'll be seeing is your language, but what the algorithm will be searching for is the language you put the settings to. That's an extra thing that'll help. And when you're in YouTube, the thing that you should be looking up by month, by time, and by popularity. Sorry, hold on. Once you look up, let's say you look up Islam. Let's say Islam was your niche, but you're gonna have to be a bit careful because you don't want to be sponsoring people that do batil. So now I put here, because right now it's in a different language, so let me quickly change it back to English. What the hell? Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just having some trouble. No trouble. So I put it back to my normal language. USA. That's just because I'm looking for USA influencers right now. There you go. So cool. You put your filters to this month because you're not going to be wanting to work with influencers that only post once a year. So this month, you put your settings to this month. So now you see, I think there's another one this month, and oh, this is okay. Videos, sure. You can remove videos because it depends what the the brand wants. I think it's popularity too. I'm not sure. Popularity in this month. I think the two biggest ones. I don't know, but just this month should be okay too. So now you just keep doing that, and whenever you search for the influencers, I already showed you that it will highlight which ones have good subscribers. So let's say this one had 100 subscribers but 30k views. You know this 30k views is a fluke, and you don't even need to check it. So that when you find a good channel, for example, they have a normal amount of subscribers relative to the views. The subscribers should be bigger than the views. To show that this is normal, that this is a normal view that they can get. You right click your mouse, you open a new tab, it just makes things faster. But because if you start opening them like one by one, like you click on the video with the left click or with the mouse pad, when you go back to this home page to try and keep scrolling, it'll take you all the way back to the top. So just doing this, clicking with your right hand, with your right cursor, your right clicking thing, just make things faster. And then you come here, highlight the channel, pop back here, and boom. That's how you should be doing it. So that's how to find influencers. You already know how to reach out to them. Okay, let me end the video so I keep things in one place.